Maxman. Hey, Maxman, what are you taking notes on, man? What you writing down? Let me know. Game number 3, Sandhawk, of course, 7 representing Alpha 7. That's a big if for me, Necro. The reason I'm bringing that up is because we are predicting a Alpha 7 Stalwart Esports boot camp clash here. That's huge if they do pull it off.
Oh, no, that's what I call the Clash of the Alpha Titans, dude. And this is what I'm really going to be eyeing out for. Another drop clash that is anticipated coming inside. Without a doubt, has to be Godlike and Nova. Now, both of them like to drop in Pine Ants. Are they going to be doing the same this time? That's the question.
Oh, man, there's a lot of what ifs. We're going to find out right here. But talk about finding out. We got some early game action for Rivals right here. They are squaring up. Looks like they got a duo just right in the thick of it. This is near Runes, up there on that west side of this circle shift.
Oh, man, here we go. Another circle kind of like just tilted down south. It's just a south day today, Dave. I don't know what's going on. All these circles just kind of tilted down south. Takesy able to make it alive on a sliver of health. Gotta thank his gods for sure for that. Thank his, like, stars. Without a doubt, Tixie's still alive in the game somehow. And now over here, Down1 Gaming and 4 Rivals. These two teams clashing against each other.
Fabian back there trying to group up with their teammates. Could really play spoiler for the duo of 4 Rivals, in my opinion. If Down1 could just make sure to play this one slow and keep the focus on them and really spring up with that surprise factor. Down1, the most consistent team on Sandhawk when we're looking at the East League. So this is their map. They know it front and back. Let's see what will happen. 4 Rivals looking to play spoiler to that.
Ooh, 4 Rivals. That's a beautiful split for sure. If the man who's kind of distanced himself from the rest of the pack, who also has a little bit of high ground, if he's able to find that initial knock on the Down1 Gaming, that can change quite a lot of things. But guess what? Who finds the initial knock? It's Down1 Gaming knocking on the doors of 4 Rivals. And there's a huge split for 4 Rivals as well. That's quite a questionable. Walt's outside the window, and he gets caught this time, and Junie's the man who will take care of him.
Yeah, and we saw it play out exactly how we expected. Fabian from behind was able to group up with their teammates, apply that additional pressure from the alternate angle. But look at this. Clutch God, UMP in hand, trying to square up with the Duke Master, the Duke and Machine with the Vector. Looks like Clutch God going for a nice little rotate, trying to catch an off angle here onto the Duke and Machine, who has just stayed in the corner of the compound. Looks like Clutch God might be opting to safely retract back to their teammates here, because we saw last game got like a little rough on the rotation. So we saw him lost 2 on that rotate. I have to assume they're not trying to do the same thing here.
Yeah, Clutch God indeed taking things a little safe. And so you mentioned Duke and Machine inside the house. Duke and Machine is always one of those teams. He's kind of like the silent assassin. He just likes to play as quiet as possible in these kind of moments and just wait for the opponent to make any kind of mistake. And when they do, he just strikes in.
Like, talking about mistakes, that's not a lot of games, because the reason I say that's not a lot of games, because after 16 games, there's going to be one team walking away with $1.5 million US. So every single point counts. And look at this little substitution action here.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be huge, right? They're trying to change things out. Trying some new things out over here. Substitution as well. Just to see how things are going to be changing out for that team. But yeah, Godlike, it seems like, again, a casualty on their side. Not a good sign. Definitely going to be a sign of worry for Godlike. And I do want to see how they're going to be bouncing back from this, because the position they have right now is definitely not that great.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying. Okay, that's exactly what was needed. A nice little knock there across the channel, because Jonathan is on the opposite end of this bridge looking to make a play. So looks like Neo and crew, the duo, trying to keep the eyes on them, right? Applying that pressure from that east side of the bridge. But look at this, Jonathan. Looking to make a solo play with the wide rotate. Jonathan, look! Talk about the snakes of Sandhawk. Talk about the snakes on Sandhawk. And ladies and gentlemen, we hit 1 million viewers. So shout out to you viewers out there putting in the work here, making this event a amazing moment. But back into the game, Jonathan, what happened? Jonathan, no, not what you want to see.
Indeed, not what you want to see, Jonathan. Wanted to make some insane play happen, but just did not expect a snake in the grass. And well, this is where Fenerbahce decided to bounce back inside this fight. And godlike now, it left to, again, only 2 players to work with. Z-God going to be making the call to back off.
So godlike, if I'm them right now, I want to keep the points flowing. I want to keep things going. Pull off this fight. Avoid all fights possible here this game. They're in a position that they can actually pull back. They could use the southern part of this zone to their advantage because nobody's back there, and they could swim. They can go to cave, maybe get some loot, maybe relax, catch their breath in cave. Docks are also open. Of course, they don't know that, but with some proper scouting, they might be able to spot that one out. So if I'm godlike, try to avoid the fights here. Keep your duo alive. And if there was a map, Necro, and I think Jason touched on this a little bit talking about RNG, I'm the opposite. I don't think Sandhawk is that RNG, right? Hear me out. Necro, hear me out.
I'll hear you.
The reason I'm bringing this up, I don't think Sandhawk is that RNG because I've seen multiple times players able to hit those heals. If you know how to heal on Sandhawk and you get all the meds, top 5, 3rd place,
easy.
Even 2nd place, 1000% doable. So I put it out there. I might get a lot of heat from that. I don't know. Feel free to add to it, or feel free to be like, you're crazy, Dave. Hey, it's in your court. It's in your court. But I'm bringing that up because godlike, they can implement that strategy. They can hunt down all the meds. They can avoid all the fights and just heal or placement points here this game.
I do understand, but I'm going to add on to it a little bit after a little bit because we did see Nova taking a couple of shots back, Paraboy. Probably back down to the cover. Now, yeah, touching up on the point that you made, you think Sandhawk isn't really that RNG. Honestly, I'm with Jason over here. I really do think Sandhawk does bring quite a lot of RNG. And the reason why I'm saying that, now, if you keep the healing aspect aside of the map, I feel like even in the gunfights...
Sandhawk's all about healing. Sandhawk's all about...
Yeah, okay.
Dude, you just ripped my point apart right there. The only reason I'm saying that is because you can heal on Sandhawk.
But it's like most of the things are going to be going with the gunplay, right? Most of the things are going to be going how you're going to be rotating inside the zone. And just like what happened with Jonathan, you're going to be seeing a lot of snakes in Sandhawk. And this also means this brings kind of like RNG inside. And if you talk about the zone shifts, they're also quite drastic on the map of Sandhawk. That means if a zone is favoring a certain kind of team, if they're able to play it out to perfection, that has to be the team to pretty much take it. And Sandhawk, this is what it's really known for.
Hey, I hard disagree still. No RNG if you know how to hit them heals, man. No RNG. Oh, okay. Nice little replay right there from last game. Just in case you forgot. That is savage. If you get caught slipping, we will replay it. And we caught right there Navi with the boat tape. My man, Navi looking to get into the zone here. Down 1, we saw them. They lost 1 early on, but they did pick up 2 elim points. And I'm touching back onto them because they were the most consistent team when we look at Sandhawk performance-wise from the East League.
I do understand. Yeah, they were really consistent, Navi. But again, in the final days, I feel like last day was where Navi decided to really bounce back, and that's where they got themselves 2nd place in the overall rankings. This proves quite a lot about Navi. This speaks quite a lot about Navi as well. But if we talk about the Super Weekend days, Navi did not really deliver as expected. But in the finals, they definitely did quite well. As I mentioned, they got 2nd place. But hold on. Paraboy strikes in. He's the silent assassin this time. Forrest goes down from Dam 1 Gaming, or Damson.
Could this be the start of their Paraboy show? You know, Paraboy, one of the best players, hands down, in the game. And I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me. Nova Esports looking to really defend their title here. Paraboy, nice little knock right there with the UMP. Panam, they are going to keep that to themselves. So they're just going to hold it down for the time being. and hope that Papa Blue continues to bless that. Looking for the solid placement points. Stalwart Esports also north of that current position. So we might have two Titans here clash very shortly. But besides that, it's a lot of individual plays here, a lot of individual knocks erupting all over the map.
And just to touch up on that RNG factor in Sonic as well, Dave.
Oh, he's coming back
this
to
is
it.
Where,
he's coming
this
back
is where,
to
This
it.
is where I'm going to throw a curveball at you.
He's
16 teams in the game. 16 teams in the game. One player from each team just doing a heal battle. That means he's going to come down to RNG, hoping that maybe praying to your God, that hoping that, okay, I'm going to get top 5. Just hoping. This means it's an RNG somewhere down the line, right? You're just hoping. All it comes down to is just a little hope. That means it is RNG. It is a part of RNG factor.
If you know how to hit the heals, man.
Okay.
I've seen it too many times. I've seen a team just go out, look for the heals, pass it off to one player. They've been practicing the heal strat for a whole year on Sandhawk. So I'm just saying, RNG, I took that. I threw it out the window on Sandhawk. And we are going to be playing only 3 Sandhawks. Sandhawk will make up 17% of the map pool here for PUBG Mobile Global Championship Grand Finals. So I feel like this map in particular can really change the tides for certain teams that haven't been performing that well. And I believe they can do that by healing for points. I'm sticking by it, Necro. You can't change my mind, man.
Okay, dude. You know what?
You can't.
I'm just gonna give up. I'm giving up.
Can't.
I'm giving up. I'm just gonna let the viewers decide, and I'm just gonna let the analyst desk decide who are they gonna be favoring in this kind of a little debate that we're having. But yeah, Fenerbahce in the sights of Nextruya. Nox bomb kind of separated out, and he's also knocked out. Is the res gonna be possible? That's the question. If the res is not possible, Nox bomb being taken out, that means Fenerbahce only left with 2 players to work with, and in the map of Sandhawk. Oh, it's going to be quite tough to make it out alive.
One last thing to mention about that. If we see a player heal this game, get solid placement points, point proven. Easy as that. I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That's how it works. We'll see what happens late game. If we see 1 or 2 players healing and they go from like a 10th place to a 3rd place, I'm dropping the mic. I'm walking away, and you owe me a sorry in the DMs. All right? I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. So getting back into the game, though, looks like they did swim to the docks. They did get some loot, and then they swam right back to Camp Charlie here. So we're waiting to see where this next zone goes. Look at the Infinity, though, all the way up there. They're in there.
Look at 628 as well, just taking their time in rotating inside the zone, all the way from the left side. They do not want any kind of smoke with any teams. Just playing things as safe as possible, playing for their lives. Nextruya just trying to inflict some pain on Fenerbahce. I mean, Fenerbahce are already crumbling down. They're on their knees. But Nextruya just want to wipe them out of existence.
Hopefully not too soon. 16 teams alive still on this Sandhawk match. 13 minutes deep. So you play for 13 minutes. You get taken out right here, right now. 0 placement points. Like, that is rough. And when we get past the mid to late game, things are going to erupt. Paraboy, driving by the coop. Still alive. Able to avoid those sightlines by a smidge and group up with their teammates.
Nextruya still looking pretty good in the position they found themselves in. All 4 players alive. Also have a decent compound to work with. Now, what I'm really worried for over here is going to be Fenerbahce. And somewhere down the line in the future, if the circle moves pretty close to Fenerbahce, there's no way in hell Fenerbahce aren't getting charged on. And to hold the charge, to hold down the fort, Fenerbahce just doesn't have the man number. So this is where a little bit of struggle is going to be seen from the side of Fenerbahce. And I do want to see, are they going to be going for that sneaky play? This is what Duke Machine is really known for. Or are Fenerbahce going to be trying to fight back? But I'm going to hold on because Stalwart Esports, they might just be caught out in the open.
Yeah, I agree with you on the Fenerbahce point. And kind of looking at Alpha 7 here, I'm somewhat surprised that Mafioso did take those shots because looking back at Sandhawk, Alpha 7, their team, they like to lay down the trap on Sandhawk. And what I mean by that is they snake it out. They always have one player scouting the enemy, and they wait for the enemy to get past the initial front liner, and then they all pop up and hit them from all angles. So I'm a little surprised here that Mafioso did decide to kind of spoil that element of surprise here. but we shall see if it will pay off still, because Stalwart Esports are still going to be pressured out there on the edge of the play zone, and Papa Blue is slowly closing in right now.
Blue Zone, as you mentioned as well, slowly and steadily closing in. Godlike, it seems like for now they are settled inside Camp Charlie. Again, now the med strat that you really like, Dave, at this point, Godlike can definitely try and go for that if they have enough amount of meds.
We'll see. You keep bringing up the med strat, man. I'm telling you, I'm right. Don't worry about it. All right. So Order out here. Oh, we saw Order right there in the kill feed. So Stalwart Esports, Pika could really play spoiler, because looks like Action going to be crawling up, and it looks like Action is going to be taking the attention of Mafioso, the one up there on the boulder, just waiting to hit these shots. Oh, Action wants to take it.
Oh, of course he does.
His
name is Action. He's the man of action, and he wants all the action. At this
but
point,
look, the next zone pop. Next zone pop. So that's going to change up this plan totally for Stalwart Esports, who were possibly looking to push uphill slowly and take the fight with A7 up there. But now all those teams in the north, they need to send it down south somehow and survive.
Talk about Godlike, though. They're going to be having a huge threat lingering on their head. Because now Fenerbahce, they as well, it seems like they're having a little bit of casualties on their name themselves. Kind of stuck on the bridge. But I'm going to hold on to that word, because Furious Gaming, this might just be a huge breakdown. And yes, it is. Finding one. Poppy Potro looking to find the other one. And I just like the trigger discipline from the side of Furious Gaming to let them settle inside the vehicle. And when they found the right moment to strike, they did.
Very questionable play from S2G. 4 squad mates. Four squad mates in a Ronnie. I know the next zone was somewhat shifted far from them here, but 4 squad mates in a Ronnie. They definitely open up themselves to getting exploded on the complete E-limb. But Poppy Potra right there, I believe getting 2 confirmed, so that was beautiful.
Oh man, fights happening all across the board, including another fight panning out between Infinity and Na'Vi. Another huge fight. Kitsune, the only man left alive in that fight. But for now, we need to cover this one. 6-8. Man being found. The other man's just inside the house, trying to play things a little safe, trying to play for his life. He's scared to his death. Enigma Galaxy, they have a huge high ground on top of the players of 6-8, Dave.
Not only that, you talked about Godlike. They continue to be favored in these zones. That is exactly what they need. The thing is, we still have 15 teams alive, so they are not out of the thick of it as of right now. Still 0 points if they get taken out right now. But Enigma Galaxy, hot off the press from last game, they almost got that winner chicken dinner. Regardless, you got 2nd place with a ton of kills. Let's see if they can continue on with that momentum, because right now they're trying to keep out 6-8.
Ooh, and they are able to do so successfully. 6-8. Man being found, knocked out. Unfortunate outing for 6-8. Again, I do want to see what the final man is doing for 6-8. I'm pretty sure he might just be going for the heal battle. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he's all the way down south. It's Yu Yang. He's taking a sweet little time to rotate inside the zone. I'm pretty sure he's going to be meting himself back up. But Nova Paraboy being found. A huge man being taken out. And that's a legendary kill.
Yeah, it looks like Paraboy kind of decided to stay in the back lines and make sure that their teammates can securely reposition. We saw Order and Jimmy both in vehicles trying to get into this new circle. I believe Jimmy hugging that coastline, might even be snaking it right now, trying to avoid those sidelines from next Rhea. We shall see if they can continue to survive here. 12 teams to go. Yeah. Jimmy, I like that spot as long as they're not going to be spotted.
As you mentioned, Jimmy's spot definitely pretty good. But again, as long as he's not being spotted. And also at the same time, he will need to leave the spot anytime soon, because the wall of death is moving right behind him. And he needs to make sure that he's making his mark inside the zone as quick as possible, because next Rhea will 100% would want to try and hold him off at bay. So Jimmy, he needs to make his mark inside the zone. Things are getting so intense this late in the game of Sandhawk. Infinity as well, kind of locked out the zone. They're also taking a lot of damage from the wall of death. A lot of pressure on all these teams, man.
Looks like Jimmy's just going to watch that 1E limb point kind of slip through their fingers out there in the distance, but surviving is definitely better than that 1E limb point. So The Infinity out here, down here towards the south, trying to make their way on into the play zone. But first, they're going to be popping up, backstabbing D Xavier. At the end of the day, though, you got Next Rhea kind of gatekeeping this whole side of the zone. I don't see any of these teams currently in the blue coming out on top with Next Rhea still alive, pumping out those numbers, currently with 8 elim points to their name.
Oh my God. Just look at the circle shift as well, Dave. Out in the open, kind of close to Fenerbahce. Enigma Galaxy, they've already made their mark inside, but Fenerbahce, they have a huge pressure on their shoulders because we do see Next Rhea closing their distance from the back. Next Rhea will get this bridge control easily, but bridge control also means you're going to be exposed from quite a lot of angles.
Enigma Galaxy, aka the Zone Magnets here. The Zone Magnets, they know how to pick these spots. And down one, taken out right there. Enigma Galaxy, they got a second place last game. They still got 4 up this game. Let's see if they can clutch out that winner chicken dinner that they were so close to acquiring last match.
Dave, but Jimmy can be the game changer for Enigma. If he's even able to take 2 players out for Enigma, this can change the entire tide. Look at how safe and look at how silent and how quiet Jimmy is being with the position he has for himself. He has a lot of info, and I'm pretty sure he's trying his best to hold the nerve for this gun. The zone as well, the wall of death kind of engulfing him. He needs to make his mark inside the zone. So much pressure on this solo man.
Got him. Oh, the Duke Machine knew for a fact they were going to get taken out. Jimmy, though, yeah, to your point, could play spoiler, but remember, Jimmy's by themselves. So Jimmy will not have any help if they do decide to expose their position. That's why I believe Jimmy's going to be trying to heal up right now. Currently 5 teams to go. Enigma Galaxy with 4. Next Rhea with 4. Everybody else down to a solo.
Oh, man, Jimmy needs to move inside the zone, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be exposed doing so. And yep, as I mentioned, Freak spots a little glimpse, and that's going to be enough. Jimmy being taken care of, no while at the game. Top 4 teams alive, Dave. And this is where it gets a little bit more intense. Next Rhea taking little shots onto themselves. It's a 4-on-4 situation in here.
Yeah, 4 teams to go. Next Rhea, they are going to be tossing out some smokes to try to bridge that gap, get behind that hard cover of the boulder within grenade range. You're trying to connect these grenades onto Lord, who is doing the same exact thing. But look at over there on that off angle. Looks like Frozen trying to reposition. Freak is on their knees in a smoke. They're looking for that pickup. But this is going to be a solid 4v4 right here. And Moody, I love this spot. Talk about the intel that they're able to gather right there behind that boulder.
Oh, man, but the pressure's on Next Rhea without a doubt, because Enigma Galaxy, they just seem that they have so much confidence, also a little bit of high ground to work with, and they're able to turn it into a victory without a doubt. And now it's just down to the Infinity and D Xavier, and they're just going for those heal battle. Okay, Dave, please. I do not want to hear it. I do not want to hear it, Dave. Just stay quiet, please.
Hey, talk about the heal. D Xavier, Infinity. That's the strat, man. You're down to a solo. Just heal it out for these placement points. And it pays off big time. I'm telling you. Look at the points. They're going to shift so much on the overall leaderboard because the 3rd place is 10 points and the 2nd place is 12 points. So this is exactly what these 2 squads needed here for the overall.
Oh, man. Exactly what these 2 squads needed. And finally...
dancing.
Finally, the final man is going to be falling down as well. And Enigma Galaxy, they just know, they're dancing at this point. Just throwing a little bit of moves as well. You know, just... yeah, this is the victory dance right there, ladies and gentlemen. Enigma Galaxy are going to be your winners of the map of Sandhawk just in no time. He only has 2. Now the final first aid is going to be utilized.
Shout out the Freak right there. Enigma Galaxy, they got a 2nd place last game, a bunch of kills. They got 8 elim points this game, and a winner chicken dinner that nets you 15 points. Enigma Galaxy, they are straight slaying it here so far on day number 1. And with 3 more matches to go here today, I have to assume the team, Enigma Galaxy, their mental, their confidence right now has to be at an all-time high.
Oh, it has to be, without a doubt. I'm in the zone as well, as you mentioned, favoring them, and this is the exact reason why they won. Again, I mean, Dave, here also kind of my point got proven, right? I mean, the zone got gifted Enigma Galaxy. All they needed to do was just make their mark in there. They did easily. All the teams that were outside the zone couldn't really make it inside the zone in time because there was just so many guys watching each other out. Enigma Galaxy were